Hello lovelies, I'm Courtney Bonds. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here. I just did my first video, y'all. My first music video to my song Yours, and I'm just so excited about it. I wanted to recreate the makeup that I did for that video. Also, there were things on this video shoot that I wish I would have had or thought about beforehand. So I'm gonna go through 15 different things that you need at your video shoot or your photo shoot. So stay tuned. Now, a lot of times I'm kind of stumbling upon stuff and I'm like, so let's see if I can fully recreate this look. So we're gonna get right into it. I keep looking at the camera because this is kind of like my first real makeup tutorial. Do not be hard on me for this, okay guys? So I'm gonna start off using a primer. I use just the regular, is it NYX or is it NYX, y'all? I don't know. The NYX primer. Always be gentle with your face too. Like, there's no need for you to not be gentle with your face. I'm only looking off because that's where I can see myself. So once that's on, sometimes I just let it dry down just a little bit so that it just settles into my face, you know? So I just let it settle. All right, so once that's pretty much settled in, I just go right in with my foundation. So, whoop, good Lord, did that happen right when I was fanning everything? This hair is a little wild, and this is the hair that I was wearing in the Yours video. I did dye this hair, and this is wavy hair, and I curled it, but now that it's been a few days, the curls are just like, ah! There's a lot going on. Anyways, so I have been using the Urban Decay Stay Naked, and I really love this. I really do. This is, by the way, 71WY. At least it has the golden and orange undertones within it. Mine are that. However, depending on the day, those red undertones will just pop up out of nowhere. Seriously. And I'm just like, I don't know what to do. So I forgot to do one thing. I had not done any type of color correcting before. Last minute, I ran out and I got a concealer. And all I got was this Black Radiance concealer. And I think the color is medium in 8047. When I say this is a lifesaver, the lighting makes me look super even, but I'm a little bit darker around here. I'm a little bit darker around my eyes. I have on my primer. I'm just gonna go ahead and put on. So I cannot remember one thing, is if my beauty blender was dry or if it was wet when I was doing this. What I do know is I was just very surprised at the amount of coverage I was getting with this. See, I'm putting this like right on my smile lines. If you haven't noticed so far, I really like to smile. A lot of times it is really subconsciously. You should see the amount of people that are like, well, why are you smiling at me then? That's happened all my life. Oh my gosh. I almost forgot about my list of stuff to bring. Number one, any makeup that you have used that day, photo shoot or video shoot or whatever shoot that you are doing as the person that is actually going to be seen. And even if you didn't do your makeup, try to bring your backup makeup along. But you are going to need some touch-up stuff, especially if you're in outside weather that's humid, that's 100 degrees, which is what we were dealing with. You see how that's like color correcting that area. My sponge is dry, by the way. See, you can barely tell. I did go watch a video from my favorite girl, Jackie Ina, on concealer, and she was just talking about how when you put it underneath your eye, you don't want to blend it too much, because if you blend it too much, it'll start moving. I didn't do this before in my Yours video, but I'm just gonna color correct this area. And along with your makeup, make sure that you have a caboodle. You can have a makeup pouch, which is great, but you know, I feel like those are more so used for if you're going on vacation or if you're going on a 3-day weekend or something like that and you have your caboodle. That's cool. But sorry, your package. What am I trying to say? If you're going on a vacation and you have your little makeup pouch, that's cool. But the caboodle is going to help. I think the bigger idea around this is to be overly organized. If you have a carrier, a traveler for your makeup brushes, make sure to bring that. Put it in somewhere where you can easily access your brushes. You can easily access all of the makeup that you use that day. So I'm gonna move on to doing my foundation. And I usually just take like 2 pumps on the back of my hand here. And I have my little e.l.f. buffing foundation brush, and it is freaking amazing. So yeah, I just start off over here, and you see it's putting that warmth back into my face. I need to buff this out, but I need to try to avoid this area because I don't want to put too much product in that area, because I'm still going to go in with a lighter concealer. Okay, and this is a buildable foundation. I do find that it's easily buildable, and if you just want to go for a daytime look, this is still very good as a daytime, in my opinion. Girl, this little bow, this bow is gonna be brown by the time this is over. Yes, I do randomly sing, even though I am a singer. I think the issue that I was having with me picking my foundations initially was because I kept getting these very, very deep shades, because I just was assuming that I just needed to get these deep shades, because you know, we are just now getting to the point where it's becoming more normal that we have all of these in-betweener shades. So when I was trying to find my foundation, it did definitely take some trial and error. If you're going through that trial and error stage, just remember, all of these stores, at Ulta and Sephora at least, I will say, they're not letting you try on any of the makeup. And I think that's a really good thing, considering that we're smack dab in the middle of this pandemic. That has not gone away, by the way. It's good if you are going in and you just, believe something to be your color. Go ahead and grab it. See if it's yours. If it's not, take it back within 30 days. Along with your makeup, I do recommend that you bring makeup removers of some kind. I recommend this Cetaphil Gentle Cleansing Cloths, only because those are the only ones that don't irritate me. I do not recommend not rinsing after you take off your makeup. Just go ahead and cleanse as regular. Do your regular routine after you take your makeup off. So number 2 on the list, bring that travel fan. The lights get hot, things get hot. You need a fan, but just a little one to just put in front of your face. Probably like I need right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and move forward with my NARS concealer. I use the Radiant Creamy Concealer in the color Walnut. It's medium dark. One thing that I had not tried before, which I did on Saturday and it really paid off, was going in and actually letting this kind of dry down a little bit. Go ahead and put it in this. I feel like my Radiant Creamy is getting a little bit low. Y'all see that? So yeah, you want to go with the yellow. I don't really go above this color. I look like a dang on cat. I don't really go above this color because I am a dark skinned girl, and those colors that are above this start to look a little bit white. And I do hit my chin. You have to find on your face where the light hits best on your face, and that takes trial and error. Sometimes you're not just gonna see it right off the bat. So number 3, a spray bottle. Just have it with you as a just in case. So now I am wetting my sponge, y'all. Maybe your hair is, some curly hair and you need some additional, bring that spray bottle with you. When I'm doing my makeup, I'm really not too worried about, oh, I know it's not perfect. Well, it's not always gonna be perfect. You can get it close. So now we're creating a face shape. Number 4, safety pins. Wardrobe malfunctions happen. It's a real thing, and I don't care what level you are on, you need some freaking safety pins. So, need to move a little bit fast on that forehead, huh? But it's gonna be cute by the time I finish, I swear. Number 5, napkins and towels. If you don't have napkins and towels with you, I don't know what to tell you. You can just bring a little hand towel with you. It doesn't even have to be anything like super major. We did primer, color correcting, foundation, highlighting. I'm gonna go in with my Laura Mercier translucent powder. Obviously this is in medium deep because the other color is not for us, nor is it by us. I use the same sponge, but obviously the other side. And you can still see the highlight, you know, but it's not too freaking much. So I am taking the other side of the sponge, this top side, and I'm lightly pressing into this area. You can still see the highlight under the translucent powder. We're almost there, guys. Well, not really, we got a few more steps. So the next thing that I move to is brows. So I have a whole plethora of different brushes that I use. I don't have just one set of brushes. I just really just grab what I think is necessary at the time. So I just go ahead and brush my brows out, and then I take one of my angled brushes. This is the Sephora angled liner brush, and what I'm currently using for my eyebrows is the Anastasia Dip Brow. I like this one because I feel like it's easily wearable in the heat, especially with being in Texas. It's humid, you know, South Texas is humid. I feel it in from the front here, and it's not the complete front. Not the complete front, but I do try to carry them over just a little bit more than where my actual line starts, just to give it that kind of longer look, you know. Number 6, a Tide to Go pen. You decide in the middle of your shoot that you're super hungry and you want a taco, which is literally what we did. Thank God I didn't spill anything on my outfit. But if you had a Tide to Go pen, you would feel much better about yourself. If you step on a ketchup packet, that actually did happen to me in Coachella. Actually, I think someone next to me stepped on a ketchup packet, because when I got back in the car, I had like literal ketchup splattered across my sneaker. Coachella. One of the best freaking things ever. I'm doing this at a different angle than I normally do. Usually I'm like right up on my mirror. Literally. Sometimes I'm just right up on my mirror just like this, and I'm just like trying to do it this angle. How about I look crazy? These brows are definitely different. You know what, I guess that's why people are always like, well, I'm gonna do my brows off camera. That always like gets me. I'm like, why are you doing your brows off camera if we're watching the freaking tutorial? Because of this. We're on number 7 here. Backup shapewear. Try on all of your undergarments that you plan to wear during your photo shoot. That way you know how they move, you know how you look in it, you know what I mean? I'm gonna go ahead and start my eyes. I just use my handy dandy, guys, this is my MAC 195 brush, and I go back in with the same concealer and just put it all over my lid. For my shoot, I had on something super colorful. I hope you get a chance to go watch it. And I wanted it to be bright and fun. So what I did use was my Zulu makeup palette by Julia. Don't judge me when I open these, okay? This is my Julia's makeup palette. I know. Y'all, I have dropped makeup. I just do all types of stuff. I have my Sephora all over shadow brush, and I use this pink, because I kind of figured that it was just gonna be freaking amazing. I'm just gonna go in starting from the sides, and I pulled it in this way. Okay, number 8, a portable steamer. Having that steamer with you, just in case you've forgotten to iron your clothes, or you have transported your clothes and they've gotten really wrinkly. You don't want your clothes to be wrinkly on the video. You don't want your clothes to be wrinkly on your photo shoot. So just bring it along with you. And the next thing that I went in with was this yellow. And I put that inside my eye, so it's not necessarily the corner. So this is how I started my makeup, because I was like, I'm wearing something bright, I'm wearing something colorful, what should I do? So now you've got this yellow gradient, you've got the pink. I think that the next thing that I went in with is a deep color from this Milani palette, Gilded Gold. I used this Eden color. I wanted to add some more depth into my eyes, so I said, well, let me just use something that's a deeper color, or something that's not too dark, because I still wanted to keep the overall light. By the way, my mom put us in modeling classes when I was little, and one of the things that they talked about was tapping off your brush a little bit. You don't always have to do that, but depending on the color that I have, if I'm digging into it and it's a little bit too powdery like this one is, I just tap it off a little bit so that the fallout won't get all on my face. So I just go in with the Eden, and I actually literally go at an angle. So I think we're on number 9 now, and I think I already mentioned it. It was the traveling brush kit. The last thing that you want to do is get to your shoot, get to wherever, and you realize that you need a brush, but you can't find a brush because it's all in the middle of the 15, 16, 20 different brushes that you bought. Get a traveling brush kit. Roll that baby out and see what you've used. I went ahead and did the other eye while my camera was taking a nap. I think we're moving on to number 10, the Makeup Caboodle. So the next palette that I did use was this Tropical Glow by Color Story. And I'd never used them before, but I was like, okay, let me just try it out and see. I had on a blue outfit and I was like, man, I don't have any blue on my face. How am I gonna wear a blue outfit, but I don't have any blue anywhere within my face? I just couldn't get with it. I pulled out this Tropical Glow and Use Wave Maker. Ooh, spicy. That's a spicy meatball. Name that movie. Put the name of that movie in the comments. So I'm going back in with the concealer again. And this time, I'm putting it right on my lid here on top of these colors that I've already put in here. Boom, baby. Look at that color. It is just freaking gorgeous. That blue is like freaking electric. By the way, whenever I have fallout like this, I know this is probably a very unconventional method, but I literally do this. It works every time. And it works. I mean, sometimes it don't. For the most part, it does. Okay, number 11, water and snacks. You know, just whatever floats your boat. Want some sweet tea? Bring some sweet tea. Just make sure you have it with you, so you and your friend don't have to run up to the store and go get some because y'all hungry now. So if I'm doing a main color, I don't carry it out as much on the side of my eye, but I do carry it out just a little bit to just have that look of completion once again. One thing I did forget to add that I had here, I used my smudge brush, and I used the same pink that I put on a little bit earlier, this pink here. Okay, so number 12. Ooh, a little bit of shadow got in my eye. Don't you hate when that happens? It's scary, but you know it's not going to hurt you, but it's still like. Number 12, hairbrushes and hairpins. I know that the hairpins are probably one that everybody knows. Also bring your hairbrushes. Okay, so going in next with just doing some liner. I use the Kat Von D Dagger Tattoo Liner. I'm just doing a simple line. Time for number 13. Lotion and deodorant. Lotion and deodorant. I know y'all little selves sometimes go to these photo shoots and you don't have nobody's lotion. So you need to bring your lotion with you. So right now I'm just going to go in and add some mascara on. I do add the mascara before adding my falsies. I think what I'll also do, just to highlight that yellow a little bit more, I'm going to go back in with that yellow from my Juvia palette. Here we are. Sometimes with these colors, instead of kind of carrying it around, you may have to really just press it down. The next step would be to go in and add some more depth and warmth to my face. But instead of doing a contour, I'm going to do a bronzer. Hoola Toasted Bronzer by Benefit Cosmetics. One thing that I do once I'm using this, I'm going to put this inside of here, but I'm going to tap that just a little bit, but I'm going to take this brush and instead of just applying it just like this, I'm going to fan it out just a little bit, not too much because I don't want to mess my brush up. But I start, instead of starting like way back here, I kind of start lightly right in the middle here. Again, just fanning that brush out a little bit so that you don't have such a very hard line of demarcation as to where this is going. See, you see how that defined that bottom half of my face now? I mean, it was looking fine now. I mean, before then, but now it's like there's definition. So from there, I go ahead and I do my jaw a little bit. The trick really is to go on the literal side of your jaw. I'm just gonna take it and very lightly outline the side of my face. With my face in particular, the sun kind of hits me right here. Boom, boom. So I take it in just a little bit to give myself some additional definition. Number 14 is baby wipes. Just make sure to bring your baby wipes, because after you have your lotion, deodorant, and all that stuff, you may want to wipe yourself down before you apply or reapply any of that stuff. So have your baby wipes with you. You never know. One thing that I forgot to add to my eyes was my Fenty Trophy Wife highlighter. So I'm just going to take a little bit of highlighter. Look, I barely put any on there. And I love the way that this came out looking, because it really did pick up on that inner yellow that I have on my eye. Ooh, just gorgeous. Oh, I don't know how this cannot be a staple that you have as like a go-to. This has to be some of the best gold, and it looks so beautiful on dark skin. Yeah. The next step for me would be to go ahead and go into some blush. So this is the Milani Baked Powder in Sunset Passion, or Sunset Passion. I do take a larger brush for this. This is my Sephora powder brush. Before I get into that, I'm pretty sure I took some concealer, right? So I'm just gonna take some concealer into my hand like this. I'm going to kind of swipe it through, because what I wanna do is clean up this area where I've had a lot of the fallout. I'm gonna swipe it like this, right? And this is just my attempt to pull up less makeup. And I'm pretty sure I just kind of swipe past like this. Same thing on this side. Yeah, I may have to add a little bit of additional. So now you've got that clear line of. So I'm still gonna go in with a very semi-wet sponge, just to make that area a little less kind of harsh looking. I've got rhythm, I've got music, got loving, who could ask for anything more? Finally actually going back in with my blush. The last tip that I will give you on what to bring: lace wig tape. So apparently the two-way tape, apparently that does not work with a lot of fabrics, that you're supposed to use lace wig tape instead. Ooh, look at that, girl, look at that. So I do naturally have a mole here, but I did notice that with this foundation in particular, it does cover up the mole. I do find my mole again and go back in with a little pencil. And the last things I put on was a lip. And this is a NYX pencil, or NYX lip liner in the color Bloom. And I am going to use my Lip Bar Unimpressed. I love the lip bars. I know that she is a black-owned company, or it is a black-owned company. I really liked it. Ooh, a little scary, a little scary. I had to go get my emergency other pencil, Sephora Rouge lip liner in Rum Raisin. That actually kind of came in and saved the day. I just highlighted it, and see, that looks so much better. It feels so much better. Last final step would be to add lashes, obviously. Girl, these lashes. Ooh. I love these lashes, honey. And the lips are working for me. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me. I hope you get a chance to check out my song Yours, check out the video to Yours, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you, lovelies. Mwah.